What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It has been a long time since I have done any type of video. However, I had a situation that occurred this week that was 100% my fault with my Harley-Davidson Street Glide that we're going to try to figure out today. So, long story short, basically, I have not had my bike inspected for a few years, and I've been taking care of the majority of the general maintenance on my bike. However, the one thing that I haven't changed in probably the past few years is my brake fluid. So I was fortunate enough to be riding home the other day and go to pull up in front of my house, which traditionally I downshift and then I come almost to a complete stop, and then I come down in this driveway, which what you can't see right now is that it actually kind of goes up and slopes. But long story short, when I went to go stop, I just straight. So today what we are going to do, and it's going to be a lot of time lapses, it's going to be a lot of just kind of me kind of figuring this out because I've never really done it on my bike before. We're going to change the front brake pads on my bike. I had already changed the rears, and then we're going to bleed all of the lines and put some fresh DOT4 in here, because I think what had happened was I think moisture got in, separated. I think the fluid was just shit. So, could be wrong. Could be the pads are trash and just a mixture of between fluid and the pads. But regardless, we're gonna have new pads and new fluid today. So, all right, we're gonna use an old raggedy ass motorcycle lift. We're gonna see if we can get this to jack it up and hopefully be able to change these front pads out here. But yeah, you want to say hi, MJ?
No.
No?
No.
Say hi.
No.
You want to say hi?
No.
Do you want the motorcycle fixed?
No.
I do. All right, well, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna throw you guys on time lapse. So in my adventure of riding home the other day, what initially kind of threw me off was the brakes felt extremely soft. Luckily for me, on my way home, like I normally have like a 9-mile stretch of where it's like 55, 60 mile an hour. And luckily for me, this had only happened once. I was in like a 25 mile an hour zone when I was coming to a complete total stop. But basically what had happened was the front brakes basically like seized on the front, which even if I move this right now, you guys can kind of hear. You can hear it's like fucking grinded. So in an essence, I started riding and it felt weird when I was like coming to the stop sign. It was like kind of clunking, and then I started driving and I'm like, man, it feels like I'm plowing. So I ended up kind of going up the hill towards our house. Ended up getting frustrated because I'm like, what the hell is going on? What's going on with the bike? I wasn't really touching the brake just because obviously I'm riding. I'm not planning on stopping within the next 2.5 miles. So as I'm riding, I ended up downshifting and then just kind of fucking put the hammer down, right? Freed it up, stopped feeling the bucking. But when I stopped in front of my house, the whole brake pedal was just gone. So, yeah, that was kind of petrifying. It obviously sounds like they are kind of rubbing at the moment right now. So it was free. It was so weird. It was free when I went to go stop in front of my house. Took a few minutes. Ended up just kind of pumping the brakes, doing this, that, and the fourth. And was able to get enough brake pressure back built in to like weasel it down my driveway. Now it feels like they re-seized up. So we're gonna take these brake calipers off and get ready to potentially change out these pads and hopefully get some of our problems solved. All right, we're gonna start by getting the calipers off of the front side. So you got one on the left and one on the right, obviously. So we're gonna get both of those off so we can swap the pads out. I got distracted, so it's a little bit late, but the pads are in the front. Everything is ready and good to go. I did put some brake quiet on the back side of the metal side of the pads. The rears I did change last year, so I just pulled them off just to take a look at them, make sure everything is okay. I'm still going to bleed the back out tomorrow when I bleed the front, so both the front and the rear are going to be bled, and then fresh DOT4 put in for both. But yeah, I'm going to get cleaned up and go to bed, and then it's not going to change anything for you guys, but you guys will see me dressed differently. It's going to be right outside instead of dark, and the video will continue tomorrow. All right, guys, it's the next morning. I got little MJ here with me right now. So we're going to get ready to bleed the lines, get all that pumped out, I should say, and then just kind of keep recycling it through until, obviously we're in a good spot. I do not have a tester to test, so I'm just going to do the visual test. Judging based off of what I've seen inside the reservoir right now, there's going to be a very noticeable difference between what's in there now and what's going to go in there. So I did just run to Harbor Freight just to grab a little pump with some tubes to vac everything out. So I'm going to throw you guys on another time lapse and just pump all this out, and then hopefully by the time the time lapse is over, we don't have any issues and we're able to actually just have the bike ready to rock and roll, that we can potentially take it right back out and get it for a ride. So yeah. Well, I think we're good. We got everything bled, refilled up. We just did kind of like the little neutral rocket back and forth to use the brake test. So I think the next step is I'm going to get all of the four-wheelers and dirt bike out of the way, and we're just going to take it out in the driveway, see if we get a little bit of pressure, which we should. We should have full brake pressure at this point, but I just want to, before we go out and we, ride it, then we need to know if everything is situated. But overall, this has actually not been a bad process. So excited to be able to ride the bike again. So I'm gonna get all this stuff moved, and then yeah, next step will be maybe you guys see me coming back with the bike. All right, well, we took it for a test ride, and everything seems to be fine. I'm excited because now obviously I can ride my bike again, but that was a fun process. Like I said, never done that before on a Harley at least. And yeah, got it all back together. But anyway, guys, if this was your first time watching a video on the channel, please give this video a big thumbs up. I know it's a little bit different. It wasn't necessarily a tutorial of how to do it. It was more of a, hey, just watch me do it type deal. But I wanted to get it done, have the kids involved, and very glad to have the bike back on the road. So till next time, guys, see ya.